Morning student. As we have already discussed in the previous video about the nature of management as a science, as an art, now in this video we will discuss whether management can be called as a profession or not. First of all, what is profession? It refers to occupation backed by specialized knowledge and training and to which entry is restricted. To be called as professionals, the specialized knowledge is to be acquired, proper training is also needed, and entry is also restricted. To be called as professional, you have to clear the entrance exam, complete the course, and then you get the certification, then you will be called as professional. Just as we will compare the various features of profession with the management, then we will reach to the conclusion that can management be called as profession or not. First feature of profession, first is well defined body of knowledge. All professions such as legal, accounting, medical, etc. are based on well defined body of knowledge. Similarly, management is also profession as it also has well defined body of knowledge acquired at different colleges and professional institutes. The subject of management is taught at different institutions, means after graduation you can be specialized while doing MBA in various fields, either in marketing or in finance or in HRM. So many are there. So specialized knowledge also required, well defined body of knowledge also is done by the manager. So this feature, this type of education generally taught at different institutions like IIM in India. So we can say that this feature is also present in management, that management is also a well defined body of knowledge. Now the second feature, that is restricted entry. The second feature of profession is it is restricted through an examination or through acquiring an educational degree. That I already discussed. To be called as professional, you have to clear the entrance exam, acquire the knowledge, get the certificate. Like for example, to be a CA, a candidate has to clear a specified examination conducted by ICAI, that is Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. However, there is no restriction on anyone being designated or appointed as a manager in any business. Anyone can be called as manager irrespective of the education qualification possessed. Anyone can be designated as a manager on the basis of experience. Qualification is secondary. So we can say that this feature of profession is not fully present in management, it is partially present in management. Now come to the third characteristics of profession, that is professional associations. All professions are affiliated to a professional association which regulates entry, grants certificate of practice, and formulates and enforce a code of conduct. See, in profession, there is a association that look of how the entry will be done, how certificate will be granted, what should be the code of conduct. On that basis, an individual will perform. But there are several association we can see in management field also, like India Management Association, that AIMA. But legally it is not compulsory for manager to be member of such an association. To be professional, it is legally mandatory that you should be a member of specific association, but to be a manager, it is not compulsory that you should be a member of that particular field. So this feature is also not presented in management. Now this feature is also not present. Now come to the fourth nature of management, that is ethical code of conduct. all professions are bound by a code of conduct which guides the behavior of its member. Means all the actions will be taken on the basis of rules framed for the professionals. They cannot go beyond rules. For example, all doctors at the time of joining, they take the oath of ethical practice at the time they entered the profession. You know, ethical, what is right, what is wrong, they take the oath and accordingly they perform their services. AIMA has also laid down a code of conduct to regulate the activities of its members. Of course, code of conduct is also specified in laid down by AIMA for managers also, but to be a membership is not compulsory for all managers. So this feature of profession is also not fully present in management. Now come to the next feature, that is service motive. That is, the basic motive of a profession is to serve their client interest by providing dedicated and committed services. To be called as professional, they must provide the service, satisfy the customers. Of course, they charge the professional fee, but main motive is to provide the services. Like for example, the task of a lawyer is to ensure that his clients gets justice. Similarly, partially you can say that this feature is also not directly but indirectly present in management also. To be a long lasting, to survive for a long period in the competitive market, as we have already studied, we have to fulfill the social objective. Then only our ultimate goal for maximizing the profit will be achieved. In class 11th also we have discussed the objective of management, that is to achieve to get maximization, to earn maximum profit. But to achieve that goal we have to fulfill certain other objectives also. And nowadays management realize the truth that customer satisfaction only is the ultimate goal. Then only we will achieve our profit maximization goals. So nowadays a good management also fulfills social responsibility by satisfying its customers, by providing good quality product and services at fair prices, and this leads to ultimate achievement of its goal, that is profit maximization. That management is not required to do something extra. Whatever the services, whatever the product they are providing to the society, they should be honest. That services and products should be of good quality, and of course reasonable price should be charged to every section of the people. So after discussing all these 5 features, that is, number 1, well-defined body of knowledge. 2nd, restricted entry. 3rd, professional association. 4th, ethical code of conduct. And 5th one, that is service motive, we reach to the conclusion that management is not a full-fledged profession like legal, accounting or medical, because it does not meet the exact criteria of profession. But in the present era we can see, we can say that it is emerging as a profession. Nowadays it is made it compulsory that managers should possess some degree, that is to be, he should be MBA in respective field, then only he can handle that post. So it emerging as a profession. We cannot definitely say that it is a profession, but in the coming days it is going to be emerged as a profession. Now let us conclude this. Here it is, the table is given, you just see. While comparing the feature of profession with the management, we can see here we already discussed 5 features of profession, and out of 5, full-fledged only feature fulfill this criteria, and rest 4 we can is not fulfilling the criteria of profession. So we can conclude this that it is not a full-fledged profession. This is all about nature of management as a profession, and I have given some assignment on this topic. Please do it. Thank you so much.